Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a very warm Labor Day Monday. It's 98 degrees outside, so definitely time to stay inside and in the air conditioning. Uh, Not going to be Friday Night Football right now. This is going to be a special edition. It is my Super League final, my UEFA Super League final, which is going to be PSG versus Arsenal. So I started out this tournament. I took the top 32 teams from the Big Five leagues in Europe. I had some coefficient adjustments. I took 8 teams per league max and broke them into 8 pools of 4. Played those round robin to get to the final 16. Top two from each pool. Got to the final 16. Played single elimination and got to this point. The semifinals were Arsenal versus Manchester City and PSG versus Inter Milan. So that ended up being really good. The tournament results were pretty good. So I was pretty happy with that. So I did not anticipate this being done on Monday. I really kind of planning out my schedule, thought that I might be able to get this video in Wednesday or Thursday, but it's just kind of rolled along. As I do as I get towards the end of projects, I just kind of fly through the end. The excitement level builds and you kind of play more games. So we're going to do the final today. I will post the results later, so you're going to have to watch this to see it. So I'm sorry for that. But let's get into this game and see how this will go. PSG has been the best offensive team in the tournament. With being from League One, they have a coefficient adjustment penalty. That's the weakest league of the 5 using the UEFA coefficients. And so they're going to have a penalty. Arsenal's been the best defensive team. They've allowed 4 goals so far in their 6, 7, 8, 9 games. So they've been very good defensively. The lineups for today's game, PSG is going to go with Hernandez, Beraldo, Mendes, Hakimi, Neves, Ruiz, Vitania, Lee, Dembele, and Ramos with Donnarumma in goal. Arsenal is going to counter with Saliba, Kiwior, Magalhaes, Timber, Lewis Skelly, Party, Thomas Partey, man, I gotta look that up. Rice, Martinelli, Trossard, Havertz, and Raya in goal. It's interesting how this rolled out or played out. I did random lineups, so based on how many games they started and how many games they started versus how many all of that stuff. It's all kind of randomized, and then the positions have to fit within a certain formation points. So PSG goes offensive. Their average offense rating is they average 3.07 goals per game with this lineup. Their defense is an 8, so that's still pretty good. Arsenal went defense, like they did against Manchester City. Their offense rating 1.64 goals per game, but their defense is a 10. So they're going to try to counter PSG's offensive attack with a good defense. In goal, though, one of the big differences here in the semifinals, Donnarumma is going to start. So the other goalie, Sofana for PSG, he was a minus 15 on rating, and he just killed Inter with that. But Donnarumma's a plus 2, but he's a 68. So there are some goal opportunities there. Raya is a minus 274. So they have the goalkeeping advantage and the defense advantage and the coefficient advantage, but PSG is the stronger offensive team. Going to the game setup, the coefficient adjustment for an English team versus a French team is 2 points on the possession. So we're doing a neutral site that starts at 10. 1 to 10 is neutral site. Then the 2 point adjustment for Arsenal. That means PSG is going to be a 1 to 8 on the possession, and Arsenal will be a 9 to 20. So that's an advantage for them. The other difference for my normal games, the plus minus, you will have to have a 2 point advantage home or away. PSG's technically the home side on this. Home or away will have to have a 2 point advantage to get an adjustment to that possession number there. So that's it. That's the setup for this. This should be good. Arsenal has played some games where they don't get a lot of shots. I'm just looking at Kiwior and Saliba, who are identical offense on the top. 33 and a plus 70. Interesting. They don't get a lot of shots, but they don't give up a lot of shots, and they kind of grind teams out, which is kind of how they played in some of these games. So we're going to get started. Hopefully this is a good one. Hopefully we don't go to overtime. Hopefully we don't go to penalties. If we do, you'll probably be disappointed with how I do the penalties, but we'll get through it. Hopefully we won't have to worry about that. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started and play. I will roll on this extra 20 down here for the opening kickoff. 1 to 10 will be PSG's, and that will go to PSG. So Arsenal will get in the second half. Did you guys? I don't know if you watched Arsenal play Liverpool this weekend. Their opening kickoff, which I saw in San Diego FC game. They kicked the ball and they just kicked it out of bounds. Kicked it down the field out of bounds. Said, "Let's go press." That's interesting strategy. We don't need the ball. We just kick it down there and we're going to press you. Anyways, 553 is a P. 223 off the bat. Oh, here we go. Let me explain a few things how this will go. If this is yellow down here, you'll see the shot number. If it's yellow, for Arsenal, that means the defense can't stop it. If PSG gets it and it's yellow, it's not a shot attempt. So that's another coefficient adjustment that you'll see. So Keywor's going to get a shot. Doesn't matter on the defense, but it's off target. So it's 33 against a 73. He goes off target. If that was on target, it would have been a goal. But it's not. PSG's ball. 138P. 1025 is offside Havertz. Havertz goes offside. Let me just check one thing really quick. Okay, making sure the sound's on. Havertz goes offside. PSG has it. 1072 taken away by Havertz. Arsenal with the ball. 164P. 665 is a P. 476 is taken away by Hakimi. PSG with it. 355P. 628. Possible shot by Ruiz against a 7. It's through. It's on target. No. Yes, he is on target, but it's saved. Ruiz goes on target. It's saved. So you look at it. The 28's in his shot range, so you check the defense. The 7 is the defender. He is a 7 for his shot stop. D7. The shot stop is a 16, so that isn't beat by the defender. So the shot is going to get through. It's going to happen. On target's a 25. Ruiz is a 28 minus 2. It's a 26. So it's on target 68. That 68 would have been a goal against Donnarumma, but it's not. It's saved by Raya. So Ruiz goes on target, saved 68, and Raya is fouled on the play. That foul is going to go against Mendes. And it's a free kick to Arsenal. So I do on straight fouls, I do a random check against a player's foul rating. So how many fouls they had, similar to the offense rating. I give them a foul rating, and that will do a random check on the foul. I have actually had it where a goalie has fouled a goalie. So very rare that would happen, and it's just a number. It doesn't matter, but it's just kind of funny when it does. Arsenal, free kick. 646P, 457P. 745, P628, shot by Ruiz again, this time against an 18, and it stopped. So Arsenal's defense stops that one. That's Kiwior. PSG's ball back, 575 taken away by Lewis Skelly. Arsenal with the ball. 758, P, 252, 866 is a P. 373 taken away by Mendes. So PSG has possession. 342, nothing happens. 823 is a foul. Lee is fouled by Kiwior. Free kick to PSG. I gotta switch this around here. There we go. 10:55 would have been a shot attempt for Ramos, but because the yellow is up there, it's just going to be a P, so nothing happens. That's a P. 754, P, 588. So the French teams did pretty well in this tournament. So Nice and Marseille did really well. And I think it's just, I have to look at the pools that they were in. Maybe they had some weaker English teams, but the PSG has really been hit by that coefficient adjustment. It's affected them a lot. 588P. Not that it kept them out of the final, but some of these games they've struggled a little bit offensively. 782P, 238P, 131P star for Arsenal. Arsenal has possession. 827 shot by Martinelli against a 9. That's on target but saved. So Martinelli gets a shot. I have to do that. Martinelli gets a shot. The number it's saved. It's a 34, which is going to be PSG's ball. Donnarumma outlets to Hakimi. They go into P+, so offensive advantage for PSG. 1087, 1061, still in P+ for Ramos. 516 is a foul. Neves fouled by Trossard. Free kick to PSG. 773, taken away by Rice. 933, shot attempt by Trossard against a 5, and that one stopped. So Vitania stops that shot from happening. 775 taken away by Rice. Arsenal does control again though. 1082p. 873 taken away by Lee. PSG with the ball. 1022 possible. Oh, and it is a PK. Ramos is fouled, so he rolls 1022. You check the defense PK allowance and it's green. That means they allow the PK. Ramos is fouled by Trossard in the box. And we have a penalty kick. Ramos is a 67 and Raya is a +8. So 75 is the number and it's a 28. That 75 beats a 28 and PSG is scored. So PSG, from the penalty spot, Ramos connects, beats Raya, and it is now 1-0. So when a team commits a penalty, I adjust the penalty kick number. So Arsenal was a 67. They will now be a 97. So the chances of giving up another penalty are going to be very slim. 1-0 PSG. Arsenal has the ball. 388p, 563p, 782p, 924, foul 3, and a P. 114, possible corner. Nope, that's red, so they don't allow the corner. 477, taken away by Timber. 573, taken away by Neves. 136p, 586p, 448. So back and forth here, not much happening. 417 is the foul 4, and that's a P. 687p, 176, taken away by Hernandez. PSG has the ball. 1013, possible corner, no. Open play, 658 for Partey. Thomas Partey. Nothing. 665p, 828. Possible shot by Lee, but that's stopped by the coefficient, so that's a P. 687p, 826, shot by Martinelli against a 0 on target, but saved. So Martinelli on target again. Donnarumma's a +2, so that now his 44 goes to a 46. That makes it on target, but it's saved by Donnarumma. 28 minus 1 is 27. He controls that in outlets. 223 shot by Beraldo against a 2, and that's off target. So PSG right back down the field. They get a shot off target. Arsenal controls back again. 822, foul 3, and a P. 1013, no corner. It stops. And these teams have good corner kick defenses, so 71 to 78. They'll stop 70+% of the possible corner kicks that aren't on an 11. 767p, 616, foul 3, and a foul. Ruiz fouled by Timber. Free kick to PSG. 456p, 434, P plus. Arsenal with the offensive advantage. 975. 975, still in P plus. 136 again. 815 to Martinelli. He's fouled. Martinelli is fouled by Hakimi. Free kick to Arsenal. 1071, taken away by Ramos with a possible shot against an 8. It gets through, but it's off target. Ramos is a 56 on rating, but the roll's a 62, so that takes it off. And the 84 means we'll have an aerial battle. 1 versus 9 is won by PSG. 278 is a P. 222 is a shot by Beraldo against a 13 stop. Timber stops that one. Open play, 342p. 612 is possible corner? No. 478 taken away by Timber. Arsenal's ball, 754p. 637 is a P star for Arsenal. 171 and a card. Hernandez cards for PSG. Arsenal has it. 233 is a P. 463p. 676 taken away by Ruiz. PSG has it. 865p. 475 taken away by Timber. Arsenal back in control. 1066p. 773 taken away by Rice. Arsenal with the ball. 188 no. 834 is a shot by Martinelli again against a 6, and he goes off target this time. Martinelli has 3 of the 4 shots for Arsenal. PSG controls. P star for Neves. 275 taken away by Kiwior. 111. So there you go. Saliba is going to get that. That's nice. So on an 11, you'll see the plus minus come up here. That's going to adjust the player's plus minus rating. On an odd possession number, they get a plus. On an even possession number, they get a minus. So Saliba, as a defender, gets a +5 on that corner kick, which will change the possession number one more for Arsenal. So now a 1-7 for PSG. Heavy possession advantage for Arsenal. They need to take advantage. They need a goal. First, the corner. 862 is a P. 375 taken away by Mendes. PSG in control. 1021 foul 2 and a foul. Ramos fouled by Magalhaes. So far, Dembele has been kept very quiet. He has a 109 offense rating. So he is not done. I don't even know if he's had the ball rolled to him yet. There it is, 9:43. A shot attempt by Dembele against a 2. That's on target and saved. So I say it and it happens. 21 plus 8 is a 29. Plus 8 is 37. And that 816. 21 plus 16 is 37. Yep, okay. Aerial battle, 8 versus 9. That's an even, so nobody wins it. We'll have an open roll here. 763 P, 858 P, 771 taken away by Vitania. 1082 P, 168 is a card by Hernandez again, but he's already got a card, so you check to see the extra 20. If it's low enough, it's not. It's just going to be a foul. Martinelli is fouled by Hernandez. Free kick to Arsenal. Shot attempt by Saliba on the free kick against a 5 and stopped. You want to get those guys with shots and get in the range. That plus 70 will be a goal. That is stopped. So we have open play. 10:32 is a shot by Havertz, which can't be stopped, but it's saved. So Havertz, with the coefficient in yellow, means the shot's going to get through. It is on target, but saved. 39 plus 9 is a 48. That's normal. 9 versus 1 is won by Arsenal. 985p. 468 is a card. Timber's going to card in the 38th minute. 338 is a P star. 854 PSG with possession. 1037 shot by Ramos against a 12 and that's stopped. Arsenal stops that shot. They come back with a 54. That's a P. 766 P. 274 taken away by Kiwior. 161 P. 917 fouled. Dembele fouled by Saliba. Free kick to PSG. 352 P. 725 shot by Rice against a 9. That one stopped as well. Defense playing well, actually for both sides. 824 offside Martinelli. PSG's ball. 975 taken away by Trossard. It can't be stopped. It's on target and it's saved. So Trossard gets the IS, which is a possible shot. So taken away. It can't be stopped because that's on yellow, so it's going to be a shot. It is on target. But saved by Donnarumma with the 56. Donnarumma's having a good day. 4 saves already. Aerial battles 5 versus 3, won by PSG. We're into stoppage time. 3 minutes of stoppage time in the first half. 778 taken away by Rice. Arsenal with it. 4:35 into the P star. 9:35 is a shot by Trossard against an 18 and stopped. There would have been the goal, but he stops it. Open play. 154P. 961P. And that will end the first half. So, fairly quiet from a shot perspective. The teams combined for 11 shots, so that's a little below average, but not too bad. 6, 4, 6, and 3. Arsenal did get 4 shots on target, saved by Donnarumma. PSG got the 3 shots, one of them the PK, and that's the difference right now, is that penalty kick for Ramos puts PSG up 1-0 at the half, and we're going to hold on just 1 second. I had to go close the door so people in the other room can watch TV and you don't have to listen to it. So that's the half. It's 1-0 PSG. Good first half. You'll start to see some subs now. We'll see where this kind of changes the game a little bit. Arsenal has that big possession advantage. They need to convert that to a goal to keep this game going. Second half here, Arsenal's going to get the opening kickoff. 133, P, 865, P, 245 is a P. 1035, that's Arsenal. It's a possible shot by Havertz against a 15 and stopped. Open play, 972. Taken away by Dembele, though, against an 18, and that one stopped. So defense is stopping some shots here. 588P, 1074. Taken away by Havertz against a 1. That's on target. He scores. So Kai Havertz scores to tie it up. We got a new ball game. In the 47th minute, Havertz from Timber. We just verify 1074 it is against a 1. 8 on target, that's definitely, and the 68 plus 9 is a goal. Okay, tied 1-1. Arsenal does quickly equalize. 128 P star. 251 P star. 358 P star. 218 foul 1, and that's a foul. Beraldo's fouled by a Kiwior. Free kick to PSG. 338. Back to P star for PSG. They have possession still in P star. 222 is a possible shot by Beraldo against a 2, and it's off target. So Beraldo gets a shot off target. 74 means an aerial battle. 7 versus 6. That's won by Arsenal, so they have possession. 378 taken away by Mendes. PSG with it. 746 P. 851 is a P. 224 P star for Arsenal. They have possession with it. Shot attempt by Martinelli against a 6, and that one stopped. So no shot happens. 383 P. 667 P. 1047 is a shot by Ramos against a 7. It gets through it. It's off target. So Ramos again, his third shot, he goes off target. 78 is going to be an aerial battle. 5 versus 9 is won by PSG. 1072 taken away by Havertz. 783 P. 1012 and a P. 1013 possible corner. Nope, not a corner for PSG. We play. 412 again a possible corner, but no. 756 P. 728 is a P plus. So PSG with the ball and offensive advantage, but Havertz with the takeaway. The possible shot against a 9, and that one is not stopped, but it's off target. So Havertz with another IS goes off target this time. 73 will mean PSG has it. 113 is a P. 728 is a shot by Rice against a 1. That's on target but saved. So Rice quickly back, goes on target, saved by Donnarumma, his 5th save of the game. PSG controls. 755 P. 972 taken away by Dembele against an 8 on target, but no, not on target, through but off target. Sorry. Dembele goes off target, very wide. 79 is an aerial battle, which is won by Declan Rice. Arsenal has it. Shot attempt by Trossard against an 18 is stopped. 7 shot stops for PSG. 1021, foul 2, and a foul. Ramos is fouled by Timber. Free kick to PSG. And there's our first possible sub here. When a sub comes up, I'm going to check 2 players. I will check these 2 positions, so that will always be the home side and away side. And then I'll check these numbers down here, home side and away side. So position 1 is Hernandez at 55. We're in the 55th minute, so that will not be failed. And Havertz, he passes as well. Ramos will be coming out. So the most active player for PSG is going to get subbed out. Trossard won't. So we're going to see our first sub. Ramos will be pulled. His replacement will be either Kvaratskhelia, I call him Kvart, or Asensio. They're tied in my sub rating, so I'm going to re-roll here. And it's going to be Kvart who came in. He was one of the heroes of our semifinal game. in the 55th minute for Ramos. Let me just make all my changes here so everything still works. Okay. And there we go. We have a sub. PSG is in free kick mode here. And 10:56 is a P star. So, we got endurance check again. Sorry. 10 versus 10, 4 versus 4. They all pass. So 10:56 is a P star. PSG has it. 5:73 taken away by Lewis Skelly. Arsenal with the ball. 4:22 foul 3 and it's a P. 158 P. 10:22 is a foul 1 and that's a foul. Havertz fouled by Kvart. Free kick to Arsenal. Sub check. Ruiz against Rice and Mendes versus Trossard. They all pass. So 6:32 is going to be a shot attempt by Thomas Partey against a 5. That is through and off target. PSG has the ball. Another endurance check. Coming in fast right now. They pass, and all of them pass again. We're still pretty early. 10:22 is a foul 4, and that's a P. So the endurance check is going to come up on a roll of a 1 to 20. Most of the time, there's a chance that it might not, but 80% of the 1 to 20 is going to pull up an endurance check for me. 7:33 is a P. 3:23 possible shot? No, that's a P. 4:55 P. 9:86 P. 8:84 P. 8:42 is a shot by Martinelli against a 6 that is on target and saved again. Martinelli for the 4th shot, 3rd time on target. That one's on target. Saved by Donnarumma. Aerial battle. 5 versus 2 is won by PSG. We're at the hour mark. 10:27, foul 1 and a foul. Kvart fouled by Lewis Skelly. Free kick to PSG. Sub check again. Pass, and all pass. So 6:31. Shot by Ruiz against a 2 off target. So Ruiz gets a shot off. It goes off target. Arsenal has the ball. 1:52 P. 5:88 is a P. 3:51 P. 3:88 P. Sub check. 4 versus 4. 2 versus 1. They all pass again. A lot of sub checks. 4:57 is a P. 10:31 is a possible shot, but because it's yellow, it's just a P. So nothing happens there. 5:85 P. 10:73 taken away by Havertz. That gets through. It's on target, but saved. So Havertz goes on target. They've done their job getting shots on target. That's the 8th of the game. The coefficient means it can't be stopped. It is on target. 33 is the number. That is PSG's ball. 2:43 P. 1:22 P. 5. Neves goes -1 on the corner. I would normally drop that endurance to a 50, but because we're already past the 60-minute mark, I don't need to mark him. He just goes to -1. Corner kick. 4:12, that's a P. That was the first corner for PSG too. 3 sub check. 3 versus 2. 3 versus 10. Nope. All good still. That's a shot attempt by Mendes against an 18 and stopped. So that's stopped by Kiwior. 10:52 is a P. 1:14 possible corner. Nope. P. 9:73 taken away by Trossard. 9:64 P. 9:58. 1:51. Not much here. 5:78 taken away by Neves. 10:58 is a P. Open play. 6:41. P star for Partey. 2:68 is going to be a card. Beraldo cards in the 70th minute. So we're down to the final 20 minutes here. It's tied 1-1. 6:52 P. 5:82 taken away by Neves. I think Arsenal's been overall the better team in this game. 4:63 P. 5:28 is a foul. Lewis Skelly is fouled by Kvart. Free kick to Arsenal. 1:42 P. 8:12 possible corner. It's not. 8:27 shot by Martinelli against a 15. That one stopped. 757P, 973, taken away by Dembele and stopped on the possible shot. So it's just a P. We open play. 861P, 825, foul, offside? No, that's a P. 625, not offside either. Sub check, 5 versus 3. So Neves is going to go. '74th minute. 5 versus 3, 6. Ruiz is going to go versus 5, and Lewis Skelly's going to go. That's good for Arsenal, honestly, because he has a pretty big yellow card range, or card range, and he has a pretty big red card range. So you kind of want to get him out before your red cards. So we have Neves and Ruiz. Neves is a 2.5, Ruiz is a 3. 1.25 to 3.75. That's going to be Doué. So Doué's coming in. And Ruiz will be Zaire Emery. He's coming in. So Doué, Zaire Emery, they both get +1s because they're in the 74th minute. And it is Neves and Ruiz. So let me sub these guys in first. Put them in the order they should go in. And they go +3 because Neves was a -1. Arsenal is going to sub out Lewis Skelly, who's a 1. So they can get any of these guys down here, and Ben White's going to come in. So like for like. And that is 4 subs in the game. This is the one thing about the tournament play that is just, it is what it is. I usually play as played lineups and as played subs, and it goes pretty quick. Doing these random subs and making sure I have 5 per, all these things, it just slows the game down a little bit. Not that that's a complaint, but you will get to the 60 to 80th minute mark, and things will start to drag a little bit. So I apologize for that, but we'll sub the guys in here and get it going again. So Zaire Emery and Doué and Ben White. It is Arsenal's ball. 74th minute. 3:37 is a P. 281 taken away by Beraldo. PSG has it. That's a P. 388 P. 627 possible subs again. Doué's a sub. Havertz does not fail that check. 3 Mendes will. So Mendes is going to come out. And position 2 is Kiwior. He stays in. So 4 subs for PSG, 1 for Arsenal. Mendes is a 1. That means that 1's going to replace him, and Paco's coming in. Pacho. He's now +2 because we're in the 76th minute. That almost gets him close to it, but you're running out of subs. Okay, sub this one in. And Arsenal still has 4 subs to go. So if they make subs, they're going to win that plus-minus battle pretty easily. 677 is taken away by Doué. PSG has the ball. 4:32. Shot by Hakimi against a 12. Stopped. 10:74 is a takeaway by Kvart. PSG has it. 584 is a P. 456 P. 227 P star for Arsenal. 625 is still P star. 367. 1021 foul 2 and a foul. Havertz foul by Kvart. Third foul already for Kvaratskhelia. Kvart. Free kick. 257 P. 158 P. 1073 taken away by Kvart. Been active. 163p, 352p, 335p, 844 P plus for Arsenal. 815 fouled. Martinelli is fouled by Douay. Free kick Arsenal. Endurance check again. Vitania passes. Trossard doesn't, so that's a sub for Arsenal. And position 2, Beraldo passes, and that's Trossard again. So Trossard's coming out. 4-2-5 is going to be a 3 to a 5. That is Marino coming in. So I take the position number of the player, which for Trossard is a 4.25, and then I give it a range, 1.25 position points either way. So that player that replaces them has to be for this, a 3 to a 5. Marino has the lowest sub number of my randomization. He's the guy that comes in. So Marino for Trossard. And it all has to fit into my position points rating. So Arsenal's getting very defensive still. But this, I don't know if this helps them out. This might help them out a little bit. Free kick to Arsenal. Yeah, they're still at 37, so they can't take a whole lot more offense on. 772 taken away by Vitania. 328p. 356p. 575 taken away by Zaire Emery. 5. Zaire Emery goes +4, and that's going to be huge for them. At least for now. That evens up the possession battle. They get one of those points back. So back 1-8. We're at the point now where probably next goal wins it. We can go to overtime. They can still get 30 minutes of overtime, but next goal is a big one here. 9, Dembele's coming out. So there's the big hit for PSG. They're going to pull Dembele out. Thomas Partey stays in, and position 8, Martinelli comes out. So the last sub for PSG will be Dembele. And what am I doing here? And Martinelli's going to come out. So that's 3 to 5 in subs. Dembele's a 4-2-5. So a 3 to a 5. That will be Barcola coming in. They're going to take an offensive hit there, that's for sure. But Dembele has not been very active in this game. So they lose that number, but a number of a player that's not been doing much. So that ends up being okay. And Arsenal is going to sub out Martinelli. He's a 3.75, so a 2.5 to a 5. They can't go offensive. They're at a 37, so they can only add one more. 2.5 to 4.75. That player is going to be Saka. So Saka's coming in, which would be a logical sub here for Martinelli. Okay, so they still have 2 subs to go. Saka for Martinelli, and we're still even on the plus minus. We're at 82. Corner kick. Sorry, lost my game cards. Got to sub these guys out. Maybe that's why. PSG is out of subs. Arsenal still has 2 more. And it's a corner kick to PSG, 244 is a P. So we're down to 2 subs left, which is good. 812p, 365p, 464p, 253, 117. So Kiwior passes and Marino's a sub, so no subs there. 117, foul 4, that's a P. 84th minute, 6 to go. 341p, 812, possible corners stopped. 952p, 385, taken away by Pacho. 342p, 253, 378. Someone's going to end this in regulation or not. 532 is a P star for Arsenal. 413p, 1061p. They're still in P star. Sub check. And that's Havertz. So Havertz is coming out here. So Havertz will come out. And Saliba will come out. So Arsenal will take their last 2 subs. Saliba and Havertz, the 1 and the 10 spots. Saliba is a 1. Calafiore is going to come in. And Havertz is a 5. That's going to be Jesus coming in. So Nawar Neri stays on the bench. Still could make an entry into this game. Still could make an entrance in this game if we go to overtime. Plus 287, which is looking a lot of overtime right now. So here's a big one. So Saliba's coming out. Same with Havertz. Let me sub these guys in. And Jesus for Havertz. White or Saliba was a plus 5. So with that, those subs, they're going to lose 1 point on the plus minus. It doesn't take them out of that possession rating yet because I'm playing, they have to have a 2-point advantage. But right now, PSG has that plus minus advantage, but still not a possession advantage. So we'll still play at 1 to 8. Arsenal's in a P star. We're out of subs, so that's good. 422. Foul 3. 422 is a foul 3, and that's a P star still. 512 is a P star. So we're 65. 576 taken away by Zaire Emery. 374 taken away by Megalis. 4 minutes of stoppage time. 946 P plus for Marino. Arsenal and P plus. 223 shot by Kiwior against an 18 and stopped. 856P, 356P, 481 taken away by Timber. 2 minutes to go. 762P, 417 foul 5. That's still a P. 983P, 932 shot by Barcola against an 18. That one stopped. So the defenses are not letting much happen here. 732 P star for PSG. We're in the final minute. 365 P star, and that's going to end regulation, which is kind of a bummer because now we got to go to overtime, but that's okay. Good game. Just writing down some numbers. Or 8. Okay, so in the second half, PSG had 4 shots, Arsenal 6. So they, again, were the better team, but Donnarumma's kept them in it. So we go to overtime. Each team gets 1 more sub. And what I'm going to do is just play it here from the 90th minute. So that's going to stay red. I'll just stay red. At the 105-minute mark, we'll kick off again for the other team that gets it. So each team gets 1 sub in here. We're in overtime. This is not golden goal. This will be 30 minutes of play. If we're tied there, we'll go to penalties. Opening kickoff of overtime. Arsenal gets it, so PSG will get it in the second half. 8:15 is a foul. Saka fouled. Saka fouled by Doué. Free kick to Arsenal. 987P, 537P, 677 taken away by Partey. Party, sub him out. 414 is a corner. Corner kick to Arsenal. Second corner. Not a lot of corners in this game. 385 taken away by Paco. 231 P star for PSG. The time does not go there. The time finally goes. 972 taken away by Marino. Arsenal with the ball. 254P, 555P, 654P, 836 a shot by Lee against a 6, and that's stopped. Arsenal stops that shot from happening. 1078 taken away by Jesus. Arsenal with the ball. 526 is a P plus. 855 still in P plus. 551 still in P plus. They got it. They need to get a shot here. 765. 376 taken away by Paco. PSG's ball, 326 P star, so they have the possession. 353 P star, 968 in a card. Marino cards in the 96th minute. PSG with it, 136 P, 564 P, 184 is a takeaway by Calafiore. 871 endurance check, so Calafiore has it. endurance check Hernandez, who's still in there. Wow, he is now going. So Hernandez will be the last sub for PSG. 8, Saka, no, he passes, and Calafiora passes. So Hernandez will get subbed out by Marquinhos. Sixth sub of the game. In the 98th minute. So Marquinhos in for Hernandez, which now gives them the plus-minus advantage. They move that to a 9. It is Arsenal's ball. 151p. Oh, let me actually change the card out here. So no more subs for PSG. 151p. 214 is a possible corner. No, that's a P. 931 is a shot by Marino against a 1 that's on target and saved. So that's the closest we've come in a long time. The shot ends up being a 56, which is an aerial battle. 9 versus 6 is won by PSG. 935, shot by Barcola against a 3. That one's off target. So some action finally picks up here. 52, Arsenal's ball. 786p, 983p, 186p. 1042 is a shot by Jesus against a 3 on target and saved again. So Jesus goes on target. Do I have him in there? Yeah. Jesus goes on target. 17 is the number. That's PSG's ball. 814 is a possible corner, and it is a corner. So PSG with the corner. 487p. 1067p. 615 is a foul. Thomas Partey fouled by Cavart. Free kick to Arsenal. 854 is not in the shot range. That's a P. 231 P star. 231 is a P star. 357 P star. 343. 988. PSG has the ball. 738 is the P star. 1051 is a shot by Cavart against a 2. That is off target. So the -2 for Raya makes it off target. That will be Arsenal's ball. 232 P star for Arsenal. 1075 taken away by Cavart against a 7 stopped. Got some chance, got some action here. 527 is a P plus for Arsenal. Can they get a shot? No. Taken away by Hakimi. One more minute of the first half of stoppage time. 861p, 976. Taken away by Barcola against a 12, and that one stopped. So I'll play 1 minute of stoppage time here in overtime. 864p. 1085p. 675. There's the possible sub is Partey. He does get subbed out, so I don't have to say his name anymore. Yay. So Thomas Partey comes out. He is a 2.5, so that is going to end up being Odegaard coming in. Finally, they go to the captain. Must have been hurt. He must have picked up a knock that couldn't really let him play much, so he's going to come in now. If I can paste him in there. Odegaard for Thomas Partey. +2. Possession is going to go back to an 8 because of that. And that's the final sub. In the 106 minutes. The next time the clock ticks, we'll end the first half. Arsenal's ball. 874 taken away by Lee. PSG with it. 638 is a shot by Doué against a 2. On target, he scores. In stoppage time of overtime of the first half, Doué, after the takeaway by Lee, gets the shot attempt against Jesus, who's a 2. The on target's a 1 and a 97. So Doué scores, and PSG now has the lead in the 105 plus 1. Okay. And that's going to end the first half of stoppage time. PSG now has 15 minutes to see this out. Arsenal needs to attack. They don't have any more subs. Go to the second half. PSG is going to start overtime with the ball. 121 is a P. 728. Shot by Rice on target and saved. So Rice goes on target, saved 11 shots. That's 10 saves for Donnarumma. 663 P, 561 P, 522 foul 1 and a foul. Zaire Emery fouled by Timber. Arsenal down by 1. 1072 is a card to Jesus. The 106th minute. Don't see that very often. 237p, 154p, 318, foul 1 and a foul. Magalas fouled by Zaire Emery. I gotta find these guys. I have so many players on my score sheet now, I don't even know where they are. Free kick. 575, taken away by Zaire Emery. 422, foul 1 and a foul. Hakimi fouled by Timber. Free kick to PSG, 626, foul 5, that's a P. 385, taken away by Paco. 132, P star. Take away Partey and I got Paco or Pacho. 132, P star for PSG. 633 is a shot attempt by Doué again against a 3, and he's, oh no, it's saved, barely. So Doué's a -3. That lets Raya get a hand on it, and we're going to have an injury. So Doué goes on target. Shot on target. That's saved. 72 is an injury. Someone's going down a man here. Let's see who it is. I'm going to hit this ouch button. It's going to tell me who it is. It's home 4. That is going to be Hakimi is injured. I might as well just put the red card spot on him. And PSG has to see this out down a man, which makes the possession number a 6. That's rough. He almost scored, which would have put it away, but instead he gets an injury on Hakimi. Arsenal's up a man. So the way I do this on an injury, I'll just check the extra 100 here to see if it's in the saving keepers where it's at in his counter or normal range. It's a normal, so it's going to be an aerial battle. 3 versus 9 is, it's open, so we're just going to play it as an open roll. 354p, 517, foul 3, and a P. I would expect Arsenal to get a lot of the ball here at the end. 426p, 3, Pacho goes -1 on the corner. We're even there. Corner kick, 552p, 1057, P star. P star for Arsenal, 9 minutes to go, 958, P star 166, P star 1055, P star 485, missed tackle, still on a P star, 522, shot by White against an 18. Oh, what a bummer. So it's a shot by White, but it's yellow, so it can't be stopped. It's on target, but he's a -40. So it's saved. So White gets a great shot, but he's just not very good at shooting. Saved by Donnarumma. PSG's ball. That's incredible. 12 out of 16 on target. 675p, 754p, 285p, 837. Shot by Lee against an 18. That one stopped. 1044. Shot by Jesus against a 4. That is off target. Jesus goes off target. PSG's ball. 4 minutes to go. Marquinhos is a sub, so he's good. 163p. 423, that's to the other team. That's a shot again by White, who is off target. Don't necessarily want him shooting, though. 2 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. 1 minute to go, 281p. We're in stoppage time. 2 minutes of stoppage time. 1061p. 871, taken away by Lee. Can Arsenal tie it? 173, taken away by Calafiori. This is it. It's got to be now. 127. Oh no, not a shot range. Last roll. 466p, 974. Taken away by Barcola. Next minute will end this 346p, and that's it. That's the ball game. PSG in a mad scramble is able to hold on against the onslaught of shots by Arsenal, and they end up winning the title. PSG wins this one 2-1. That was cool. That was a great finish. I guess that's all I can ask for is have a finish like that. That was a good game, a good final. Donnarumma, definitely the man of the match here with 11 saves on the day for PSG. He was the weaker of the two goalies, but came up huge, and now they want to get rid of him. Anyway, so PSG, Donnarumma, man of the match. Goals by Ramos on the penalty and Doué in the first minute, stoppage time of the first half of overtime. Havertz scores for Arsenal, but they couldn't get the connection together. And that's going to wrap it up, and that's going to end it for the tournament. What a great finish. So PSG, who won the Champions League, wins my tournament. And I try to put the coefficient. They have the best carded team. Them and Bayern Munich are the best carded teams because they're the best teams in these weaker leagues. And you try to put the coefficients in place to make it even or even it out some. And this did. This showed it worked. Arsenal had the advantage, had the play. They just couldn't get the goal. This game did not play heavy PSG favor. This game played Arsenal's favor, and the numbers worked. So I'm glad about that. I'm glad those numbers worked out that way. So that's it. That's going to wrap up this tournament. That's going to wrap up this video. PSG are the tournament champions. They win my UEFA Super League tournament with a final score 2, Arsenal 1. Have a great work week. I don't know when the next video is going to be, so we'll see how that goes. Time for me to step back for a little bit. It'll be a Wrexham video probably, but maybe in a couple weeks with back to Friday Night Football. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for like the video. Check us out on the Delphi forum, the Facebook forum. That's it. Final score PSG 2, Arsenal 1. Have a good night.